How has the campaign structures of the NDC been? Well, for technically, I understand 99 days to elections. How are things shaping up?
So far, so very good. The NDC, we are working very hard 24/7. We are working 24 hours a day to ensure that we rescue this nation. We reset our fundamentals and get it right. Ghana is getting to 70 years. And at this point in our life as a nation, we shouldn't be where we are. The past nearly 8 years has been that of a certain group of people who came into office on the foundation of lies. And when they got power, what do? They are amassing wealth. They are squeezing individuals and ensuring that they take everything they can within these 8 years. So it's been a tough 8 years for every Ghanaian who fears God and is honest. And there's a need for us to reset this country. The NDC over the weekend launched our campaign, our manifesto. We did the campaign some weeks ago, and then over the weekend we launched our manifesto in the central region, Winneba to be precise. And there are certain key areas that we all need to get our minds on. The first one, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. Our document is titled Resetting Ghana. Jobs, accountability, prosperity. And there's been that debate about reset, and then we heard the vice president, who is the flag bearer, and the head of the economic mismanagement team also talking about upgrade. Would you want me to do a little about reset and upgrade and go into set the ball rolling for?
Why not? Yes.
Good. Thank you. You are very kind. You are very kind. That's why you are my akunta. So I found this write-up by a young man within the NDC, and this morning I want to share it. He said, reset versus upgrade. The literal interpretation of reset and upgrade makes the difference clear.
Okay.
Upgrade is, in its literal interpretation, means improving on the formidable fundamentals. Contrary, reset is to change the system so that the dysfunctional and the defective fundamentals will be corrected. So, what are the fundamentals? This takes us back to the famous statement made by Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. If the fundamentals are weak, the exchange rate will expose you. So what fundamentals did he refer to? Thus, the current exchange rate depicts weak fundamentals. Has it exposed Dr. Bawumia? Obviously, Dr. Bawumia referred to the economic fundamentals. So what were the economic fundamentals when he made that statement? The total debt was 120 billion. The exchange rate was $1 to 4 cedis. Unemployment rate was 8.5%. Agriculture was growing at 2.7%. Debt to GDP ratio was 55.6%. Inflation was 15%. Sinking fund had accrued $500 million. Stabilization fund had $300 million. Infrastructure fund had $250 million. annual cocoa production was 969,000 metric tons, and in the IMF projected the economy to grow at 8% in 2017 due to the fundamentals mentioned above. But today, let's look at the fundamentals under Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. Volatile forex has really exposed him. Ghana's total debt today stands at 761.1 billion when they took it from 120 billion. And it keeps rising. The debt to GDP ratio is above 80%. The exchange rate $1 to 16 cedis. Unemployment rate now 15% and still counting. Agriculture growing at 0.7, even with planting for food and jobs. Inflation is now around 20%. Sinking fund had been abandoned, and the annual cocoa production now stands at 580,000 metric tons from 969 metric tons. And today, additionally, they have introduced a nuisance taxes, e-levy, COVID-19 levy, a levy on betting, and still on and on and on. The economy is expected to grow at 5.4% in 2025 compared to 8% projected in 2017. So you can see that the discerning Ghanaian will want Ghana to be reset and will vote for His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. Okay. Today, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia is talking about upgrade. Are we saying that we need an upgrade in the corruption? You know that Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, their best performance have been 43, which was John Dramani Mahama's worst performance.
Okay.
John Dramani Mahama's best performance was 48. Something in the dream of Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia and Nana Addo will never have, even in their dream. Are they talking about upgrading the inflation rate around 20% when in 2022 it went to 54? That is the upgrade they are talking about. Are they talking about exchange rate? Dollar 2016 was around 4 cedis. Today, it's around 16 cedis. An upgrade of the dollar so that we go to 50 cedis to $1? Hell no. Mm-hmm. So His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, in his manifesto, has lined up key things that would help in the reset of Ghana. One, he says within 14 days, his cabinet will be complete. Within 14 days, that's 2 weeks. That is the social contract he is signing with the Ghanaian. So talking about ministers and all that, within 14 days. Today, as he moves around to campaign, he knows his educational minister. He knows his health minister, every sector. And he has made a promise that he will cut down on the number of ministers. Today, our economy, with this total debt that Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia and Nana Addo are leaving behind, we cannot contain. At a point in time, Nana Addo had 126 ministers. Do the maths. All of them, V8 and saloon cars. V8 costs not less than $100,000. Do the maths. Use the 16 cedis and check. His Excellency John Dramani Mahama will cut down on that, and he has promised not to have more than 60 ministers.
Okay.
2, constitute a leanness. Okay, that's what I've mentioned. 3, establish a robust code of conduct and standards for all government officials. It is very important. Hold a national economic dialogue to discuss the true state of the economy and prepare a homegrown fiscal consolidation program to guide the budget. 5, that is what I want to also stress on. Within my first 90 days in office, scrap the following draconian taxes to alleviate the hardship and ease the high cost of doing business. 1, e-levy will be a goner. COVID-19 levy, a goner. 10% levy on betting winning, a goner. Emission levy, a goner. 6, within my first 90 days in office, review taxes and levies on vehicles and equipment imported into the country for industrial and agricultural purposes. We need to set the tone, the ball rolling for industrialization and a solid agro-processing economy so that food will be in abundance and we'll have more to export. We need to add value to our food produce. Agro-processing is what we are talking about. And the 7, commence drafting needed legal amendments and prepare and implementing the 24-hour economy policy under the office of the president. We have said that at this stage, need I remind every Ghanaian that His Excellency John Dramani Mahama in 2016 left behind unemployment rate of 8.4. In 2021, when we had a report...
You have 4 minutes more.
Yes, we had a report coming out. We saw that the unemployment rate is now around 14.7. That is 2022. Now, how many years on? 2 years on, I can bet you that it is higher than it was. Remember, that time that the unemployment rate was around 14.7, there was NAPCO. Today, where's NAPCO? Scrap. So all of them have gone into that bracket. So if I say unemployment rate has gone up, I'm right on the spot. His Excellency John Dramani Mahama has also said that at this point in time, we need a deliberate policy that has to target certain institutions, including public institutions and private sector. And that is why we are calling for that implementation of a 24-hour economic policy. The youth has termed it 133. 1 job, 3 shift, 3 workers. Which means that today, when you take the ports and harbors as a test case, let's say that they go to work. Today as it stands, they go to work at 8 a.m., 5 p.m. they are done. You cannot clear your goods after 5. With a 24-hour shift being implemented at our port, it will mean that 9 p.m., 8 p.m., 10 p.m., you can still clear your goods. Today, if their workforce is around 1,005, with 3 shifts, it will mean that their total workforce will be 4,500, addition of 3,000 force.
Okay.
And for the private sector, His Excellency is saying that all of us who are interested to be under this policy, it's a deliberate government policy. There has never been anything like that. You have tax incentives. When it comes to generation, power, using electricity, there will be special meters for those who will sign up to that, so that government can give you an incentive in terms of the bills that you pay less.
So is this that's going to do a trick for you?
In fact, the 24
resetting this country.
Yes. That, when you are resetting, you take into consideration all factors or all sectors.
Okay.
Today, unemployment rate, as I've indicated, is high. How do you solve that? If you recall, there was a report from the National Security not too long ago saying that high unemployment rate within the youth is one of the security threats that confronts Ghana. So, in order to solve this, there must be a deliberate policy. And the 24-hour economic policy is the game changer, as the TUC and all the labor unions have embraced that policy. So His Excellency John Dramani Mahama has a lot, and time will not permit. If I get another opportunity, I shall go into other sectors.
But let me read to you what Gabi Asari Ochedako put on his Facebook.